Got it done.
Got it. Entiendo. Alrighty. Islam, peace and love to ye all. Happy Holy Day, happy Friday, Venus Day, whatever one would like to call it. Whatever it is, the underlying matter is happy and peace to ye all. I'm Brother Sean Lee Mail. You already know that all is well. And bro, I need some assistance, bro. It's like Mercury arc shadow, they say retrograde shadow. Sometimes my mind just be forgetting things, bro. What was that other appellation, bro, that the bros get?
What? Yo, it's just funny. It's just gonna tickle me all the time, and it's hilarious. I yield, bro. It's not.
So yes, we would like to welcome you all to another Impromptu Improv. What's up, Hillstar? And I'm not even sure how many Impromptu Improv. We've been running this thing for a while, but but enough of that. So I'm here with my bro, and he is
peace of greetings to you all. Namaste, namaste, namaste. Islam, Islam, Islam. I am Brother Hassan Ghazi Obey. Here in Morocco in the northwest of Mexico. How are you? Happy Holy Venus degree to you all. And we thank you all for joining us, whether you're live or you see the recording soon. Thank you for joining us for our Impromptu Improv. As we go in, right? As we go in on, this is the Zodiac Constitution, Article 1. So it's just going to be brief. We're going to literally do our best to stop at Article 1, where we want to share a few things with you also. We want to get right to the point because we know in about an hour, less than an hour and a half, it is court strategy, all righty, with Malika and Sunny at Lawful Living. So we're going to knock this out with the quickness, but we're going to make sure we're very pointed in what we say and do, as we always do. I yield the floor to you, Brother Sean.
So we're ready to get started. It'll be quick and short today, so that we can, everybody has time to, watch our content, make it to Malika's class, and then for everyone that's going to join Brother Taj tonight on House of Reawakening Minds. So we'll be at all those things. So, definitely a good Venusian day to, go through the Zodiac Constitution, then go through court strategies for anyone that's dealing with anything pertaining to the kangaroo courts, and then, whatever Brother Taj has in store tonight. I think it was like Pay Attention or Pay the Piper was the title for that. So, yeah. For everybody that missed Wednesday for the 7-day tribal medical report, make sure to watch that. Intuition Monday, we went the Sun Ingress Virgo, and we went over Holy Quran, Holy Koran, whatever you like to call it, Sunday. And for those who missed last Strong Beginnings, what someone called weekend workshop for the Quick Thinking Moon and Mercury, y'all can still have access to that. Just transact for that, and you can watch it on your own time and pace. I'm not sure, the gifts that everyone that participated in workshop, if they'll still get that for those who transact after. I guess that would be something me and Brother Hassan will have to rap about, but I'm pretty sure since she didn't, participate, you might not get those extra free gifts. But hey, maybe might have a change of heart, right?
Yeah, I don't think the extras, no, the extras were for those that showed up.
Yeah. It was about,
Yeah, that was for those that showed up. But yeah, man, it is what it is, though, bro.
So yeah, guys, and also be sure to check out 7hillstar.com for the workshops. The other workshops that we have already recorded. For Horary, Synastry, Astrology 101, Astrology 102. We also got Prophet Nubitral Early University, and did a workshop for his literature as well. So there's a lot of things already recorded and documented for one to go through at their own time. And if any questions, I'm pretty sure Once y'all transact, y'all can reach out to either I or Brother Hassan for any questions. And we also have the workshop intensive, but I think you'll have to wrap to us, especially Brother Hassan, about, going through that, as we would suggest, the 101 and 102 workshops to get the basics and understanding and comprehension before moving into the workshop intensive, so that, things aren't going over one's head or things might not understand it. So yeah, that's Brother Sean. It's a screen share. Make sure to sign up for our email as we send those out strongly, quote unquote, weekly. Right, a lot of free workshops and posters, not free workshops, free posters on there to study with, that one can get to start, getting their comprehension down packed.
Correct. I was trying to get to showing them those classes that you're spoken about, bro. Because what we, we still have them separate for right now. But just to kind of I guess we can do that firstly, because I did kind of want to show that. However, first and foremost, what I was thinking was kind of show, let me see if I can go here real quick and type in Astrology Street, right? For those that you're not familiar, remember, we have the first astrology coloring book ever. Okay, I put this together a few years ago, producing the first astrology coloring book ever in the world. Guys, go to AstroLogyStreet channel, All Rights Reserved. You guys know all the puppets that are made for AstroLogyStreet, all the voices. That's me for the voices and making the puppets. I did it on this iPhone 6 that I have here. However, this is just one of the many things that I produced along with the coloring book. Really, AstroLogyStreet exists because of the coloring book and the Astro Aura cubes. And this was before, Seven Hill Star was a group of brothers. So I just wanted to point out, guys, you go to, AstroLogyStreet channel, All Rights Reserved. Make sure you subscribe, guys. If you click on playlists, right, there is a playlist there that says AstroLogyStreet with Brother Hassan, All Rights Reserved, Zodiac Constitution. See, it's 22 videos in there, so we can click on that. And you guys can have your little ones look at this playlist of different videos that are produced. There are some shorts or whatever, just shorter videos. But then we actually do in cycle 1 go through Aries to Pisces. And cycle 2 got started for Aries. However, AstroLogyStreet is not complete. We will continue cycle 2. I just think I'm going to probably just craft a few more ideas. However, it's quite a bit of things that we've done. So, we have this astrology coloring book, my first astrology coloring book, the first ever in the world, which actually inspired that, and the Astro Aura cubes, the origami astrology cubes that we have, inspired AstroLogyStreet. So that's for the little ones. So you guys remember, you can go to sevenhillstar.com and order the literature also. So along with that, we also have Seven Hill Star. We have you guys are here on our YouTube channel for Seven Hill Star. So obviously there are 2 YouTube channels. We have one for the children, but if it's for the children, it's definitely for mothers and fathers to be there with their little ones to at least learn the elementary basics when coming to the knowledge pertaining to astrology. However, as Brother Sean was saying, yes, not only do we, do our own AstroLiteracy sessions protocol certification workshop intensive, because it is quite intense. We also have 2 Prophet Noble Ali University AstroCivics community meetups. And the second one that was done was Meet Prophet Noble Ali and his literature. So those ones are there. I'm clear that the lessons pertaining to the Cycle 7 Holy Quran are not for sale. So what's actually in front of you is the fact that it is noting that for time and energy to be put in to produce the videos, all right, for those videos to be produced, this is the exchange and compensation that is, that we would like for those to be put out there, so to speak, just to be completely honest with you. And it's quite a few videos, if I'm not mistaken. So I think, if you guys want to know how many videos are there, I think all you have to do is kind of divide whatever number you see by 81, right? So that's how I look at that. So if I'm not mistaken, if you want to know, how many videos are in the Profit Noble Drowley University, do the Alamo's night tuition, which is 324 units in lieu of lawful money. Divide that by 81, and it'll let you know how many videos are in there, right? And we're just gonna keep going, right? We have, like I was saying when I was checking out a bit of that Chris Brown Drink Champs, right? Because I just was like, this is gonna be interesting, even though I think it was like August 24th of last year when that joint dropped. And like he said, he has hella songs, but we have heaven of workshops. just to be completely honest. And really, shout out to our beloved mother Oracle, because she's like, a lot of people may not even, and I get it, a lot of people may not even value what it is that we have. So we may have to take like the first workshop, which is right there in the center, and probably just take maybe a little bit of it and break it down for you guys. However, it's worth what we have there. Unapologetically, that's the numbers. We, being more scientists, have done multiple experiments as far as having the Alamo's and tuition set at different levels as far as the numbers. And at the end of the day, we see, after doing some studies, even speaking to some so-called marketing consultants or whatever, just had a little meeting yesterday. It seems like people just really enjoy packages. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, I need that 4,000 to 8,000 note package. And it's interesting. So, probably in the near future, possibly, because I guess, maybe that's what it'll have to take. It's like, man, let's just put all these workshops together as one thing. You know what I mean? All is one thing. And it's like, hey, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? So you can see what it is that you're really getting. However, we always work with you guys. We're not head busters. However, at the same time, we're recognizing that it's a lot of people out there that's not really giving you, some life saving, teachings, so to speak. As far as, when it comes to astrology and civics, guys, like Seven Hill Star is premier. A lot of people, do their best to try to copy what it is that we do, especially within our own community. You know what I mean? So that's why it's not as much support in the Moorish community as it should be, to be completely honest with you. However, it makes us know never mind, because we comprehend that we're to take our place amongst the affairs of men and to assist those that have sincere and genuine spirit within themselves to be able to even recognize and comprehend what it is that we have. Right. So with that being said, whether, our own community accepts it or not, there are other people out there that aren't necessarily so-called quote unquote Moorish American that are, more than happy to be a part of the universally professional astrology community, as well as get their hands on our workshops. I guarantee you won't be disappointed. And the best thing about it is you get to, I got to study on my own. And, most people won't even finish it. Maybe, out of 100 people, maybe only 3 will finish the workshop, because people will find an excuse, possibly, to why it isn't, why they can't get it complete. However, I think what actually happens is, knowing that you can contact me while you're doing these workshops, it'll be easy for you to really grasp it, because I'm not just going to leave you hanging. I have no problem with reaching out. You're just not going to sit there and pick my brain to try to drain me of my energy in any way, shape, or form. We'll just, keep it germane and to the point, short and simple, so that you can, be able to grasp the concepts that are being shared there, as well as the fact that any literature that we use pertaining to these workshops, you easily have access to. If you don't, we give you access to those, to our library. for you to be able to further your studies also. So with that being said, yeah, that's what we have as far as immediate products. You know what I'm saying? As far as things, you know, like we said, the Little Star Seeds AstroLiteracy set, which inspired Astrology Street. You know, right now it's funny because you see the numbers right there. It says what 60. So when I go and change this website, oh yes, it's gonna say 60 there. I'm gonna keep it a whole band with you, and the whole. That's funny. I must have made a mistake and put only 3 left there, but whatever. When I go to edit the website, it will say 60, right? So it can be able to take care of my ink, right, and my paper, because again, we're producing this ourselves. We're not going through Amazon or whatever. This is being produced by my own hands, all right? So with that being said, anything I missed, Brother Sean? As far as like products that we already have ready already, you know, even if people don't get sessions, but the sessions and stuff that we give or the reports that we can prepare, that's just adding on top of product that we already had. Like if this was like music, like you see the albums, right?
Man, for real.
You know what I mean? These YouTube presentations are the mixtapes. You know what I mean? Like, so it is what it is, right? Without further ado, though, I guess I could just get right to. Let me see. I move over one more. Right, we're right here. You got anything else you wanted to add, Brother Sean? Or we just knock this thing on out.
Yeah, I mean, we just got everything out there. We're definitely about to do some construction, some organization to the website, but you know, pertaining to like classes, we already, you know, have them recorded, ready to go. You know, we have the Prophet Neutral University, which is free, right? It's kind of like using your email as like a, you know, quote unquote, like a library card, right? You got access to, you know, plenty of books, and there's a lot of things in there. What was it, like 15, 16 gigabytes? That was all like in there, bro?
20.3 at this point.
Okay, 20.3 of just various books, you know, different astrology books. There's software in there. There's law books. You know, there's, I mean, it's pretty much everything too. In videos. Yeah, so it's pretty much everything that it's in there, and it's for free, right? So it's just up to y'all for that, you know, to get access to that, and then workshops, and yeah, that's kind of really about it, bro. You know, it's gonna keep this thing going, you know, building as we're flying, and yeah, I ain't gonna stop. It only will be more. We got like over 380, almost 400 some videos. You know, we do our community service 4 days out of the 7. You know, every Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So yeah. That's really about it.
Not including assisting with the spirit pertaining to concept correction and assisting at Lawful Living on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And we're going to be there today because it's court strategy on Fridays. So
yeah, with Lawful Living, it makes 6, you know, out of 7. And you know, we'll probably be doing, you know, more classes for Saturdays, so we'll be going, you know, strong every day. So and what we already done is already documented and it can be seen. So, you know, I think the work really speaks for itself.
Yeah, I might just throw it up impromptu, just make a quick flyer. Like we can have an actual discussion for a couple hours tomorrow, just to kind of, you know, get it started. But, you know, 9 times out of 10, we're going to let our members know first. However, you know, just put something out there. Hey, we're having an astrology discussion for TUPAC members. It's free. If you're not a TUPAC member and, you know, you're really wanting to know what the astrology discussion is all about. Come prepared to be a part of it and participate for real. Don't be afraid to have your camera on. Don't be afraid to ask questions. We're not having a discussion for people to just be flies on the wall and to see what they can glean from us. Because I'm very strategic in what I'm going to share and or not based off of the energy I feel in the Zoom chat. I mean, in the Zoom room. So it is what it is. All right. So
right, and then the Moon Mercury workshop. It's like, I think once everyone got, participating and then, going with it, it went smooth because, it's one thing to do it oneself, but, being in a group helps as well. So to see someone else, say something if they're not sure, they're like, oh, that's it. And then like, yo, that's, like they were getting it, saying whole statements, sentences, like really getting it. So that's the power of like group work.
Yep. So you still want, like Brother Sean said, you guys can still get your hands on the recordings. It's over. It's just like I said, it's just about maybe 2 minutes and 36 seconds shy of 10 hours of video for those 2 days that we presented on the 12th and the 13th. It's still $250 because you get that. That means that you will take care of your membership. So it's basically like the freaking videos are free. because it's $250 for the eleemosynary tuition just to be a part of TUPAC for a lifetime. So that lets you know that it's actually worth way more than that. Because technically, if we did round it to 10 hours, that's just 3,300 each for me and Brother Sean just to be there. So you're already talking 6,600. So it's really worth 6,850. And I'm not boosting numbers. I live this astrologer's life. I live being a true and faithful, sincere Moorish American that is an astrologer. So if you want to see if it's real, then get some. You know what I mean? Get some of this. You know what I mean? Get some of this Moorish American astrologer life, and then you'll see if you can really hang for real. I don't mean be only Moorish American when the camera's on. Nah. At all times, seriously, studying astrology until you knock out. You're like, yeah, I know I'm about to go rest and recharge, but let me read this book till I, start resting and recharging. You're already read, study. Let's look at these charts. Let's look at these people's charts. All right, bro, let's look at our charts. Like, we're not playing. So, and don't be intimidated. You know what I mean? Just stop estimating yourselves lower than what you actually are. Your potential is a lot higher than what you think it is. All right. So are we ready to get started, bro?
That's good. Let's knock this out.
All right. So Brother Sean's going to lead us on our invocation intern to Moorish American Prayer. We're here at the Moorish Holy Temple of Science, Administrative Functions, page 48. No, on page 49 is our authority. But why are we even doing this? Why are we doing this? We're doing this because we are here to propagate the faith and extend the learning and truth of the great prophet of Ali in America. Right? So, but those of you that are scared of those words and you think it's the devil and, Prophet Noble Drew Ali, he wasn't no prophet, fine, this wasn't for you. Go play in traffic. You know what I mean? Make sure you step in front of the Mack truck that's going at least 70 miles an hour so that you can do your part, all righty, in life. So with that being said, I'm serious. With that being said, and I love you. I say that with love. We're going to extend all 5 appendages on the left hand, just the index and middle on the right. And we're going to face directional east, which is metaphysical, so to speak, to going within. And as you see here, Prophet Noble Drew Ali is handsomely standing due guard in his Moor Sharif's fez and Abba here. And we're going to zoom in. into our invocation in, termed the Moorish American prayer. And we're going to repeat after Brother Sean, either loud or hard. Again, 5 on the left, 2 on the right, standing on the 45. We yield. Islam. Islam.
All right. Allah, the Father of the universe.
Allah, the Father of the universe.
Father of love.
Father of love.
Truth.
Truth.
Peace.
Peace.
Freedom.
Freedom.
And justice.
And justice.
Allah is my protector.
Allah is my protector.
My God.
My God.
And my salvation.
And my salvation.
By night.
By night.
And by day.
And by day.
Through his holy prophet.
Through his holy prophet.
Noble Drew Ali.
Noble Drew Ali. Amen. Indeed, guys. All right, let's get to pages 84 and 85 in the Moorish Holy Temple of Science Administrative Functions. Here we are at pages 84 and 85. The following is a letter written by Prophet Noble Drew Ali on the 18th day of January, 1928, and on Domini. He commanded that it be read before every meeting. Moorish Science Temple of America, Home Office, 3603 Indiana Avenue. Noble Drew Ali, founder, Chicago, Illinois, January 18th, 1929, to be proclaimed in every meeting. Dear brother Islam, I'm glad to know that I have few faithful Moors among you all, and I desire for them to know the truth and the divine truth. There's a host of jealousy, quote unquote, about me and the movement now by the same people of our side of the nation that claim it was only a joke and unreal. But now, since they have found out from the government officials and the nations of the earth that this is the only sole foundation that all Asiatics must depend upon for their earthly salvation as an American citizen, they're working every scheme that they can to disqualify me so they themselves may take charge of the situation. I have notified all these things to you long ago in the past. It is through the faithful Moors that contribute to the movement and the uplifting funds. The ones that paid their divine respect to me and the movement will be remembered. That is why I'm calling upon all faithful Moors to increase their faithfulness to me, your prophet, and your divine Moorish movement. I need finance and I need it bad. Never before have I needed finance as badly as I do at present, that I may shove aside the discord that is facing the nation. It all comes through jealousy because of my, quote, fame and nobility, end quote, period. The nations of the world will not recognize the movement without me, the prophet, being the head. It has been proven by my work in which I have performed in the last few months, because I was at the governor's inauguration to represent the Moorish Divine and National Movement, and I will be at the inauguration of President Hoover for the same cause. Noble Drew Ali. And now we're going to the book termed The Moorish Literature, excerpts from the Moorish Guide newspaper. And on page 12, again, handsomely standing Dugard in his Moorish Sharif Fez and Abbas Prophet Noble Drew Ali. And on page 13, Brother Sean will read, as I yield to our beloved brother in whom will well please, Islam.
All right, divine warning by the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Prophet warns all Muslim. Governors ordered to read proclamation at each meeting. I hereby inform all members that they must end all radical agitating speeches while at work and their homes or on the streets. We are for peace and not destruction. Stop flashing your cards at Europeans. It causes confusion. Remember, your card is for your salvation. Failure to obey these orders will be a severe consequence. We are love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. And when these principles are violated, justice must then take its course. Any member or group of members who hold malicious feelings toward the temple of the prophet or violate the divine covenant of the Moorish movement will receive their reward from Allah for their unjust deeds. All true Moors will and must obey the law as laid down to them by their prophet. If they lose confidence in their prophet, they should turn in their card and button, cease wearing their turban and fez, and return to the state where I, the prophet, found you. This is a holy and divine movement founded by the prophet Noble Drew Ali. And if the prophet is not right, the temple is not right. The prophet, therefore, is sending out the divine plea to all Moorish Americans that they do their part in protecting their prophet and the temple. This is an everlasting movement founded by the prophet through the will of Allah to redeem its people from their sinful ways by order of Prophet Noble Drew Ali.
Islam. So guys, we're here at the Zodiac Constitution, right? And you guys remember we had read the preface, the prolegomena, that was Number 4, what we about to go into by our brother Taj Bay. All righty, so here we are again, the Zodiac Constitution by Charles Mosley Bay. That's what the capital C period, capital M period stands for, Charles Mosley Bay. All right, copyright AA 222141, Library of Congress, Washington, District of Columbia, the bank pertaining to Columbia, because district is bank. And we're going to go in on Article 1, guys, and then we're going to yield. And as usual, Brother Sean's going to do the reading, and I'm going to do the ad-libbing. I'm going to yeah, I'm serious, member, this thing as I always do. I know. Okay, so let's do it. And I yield the floor to our beloved brother who will wrote Pleas, Brother Sean Ali Mel Islam.
All right, Article 1. The 12 signs of the Zodiac, the Code of Mathematics scaling from 0 to 9, and the signs of geometry comprise the Constitution of the living Moorish nation of North America.
Hold on, man, right there alone. Hold on, what comprises the Constitution? Pertaining to the living, not dead, living Moorish nation pertaining to North America. The 12 signs of the Zodiac with the code of mathematics scaling from 0 to 9 and the science of geometry. Number 1, the 12 signs of the Zodiac. Number 2, the code of mathematics scaling from 0 to 9. And number 3, the science of geometry comprise the withstanding state, standing, ushin, condition or state. So your withstanding condition, your withstanding state, your withstanding status is comprised of the 12 signs of the Zodiac, the code of mathematics scaling from 0 to 9, and the science of geometry. Oh man, but see, that's astrology, man. That's too complicated. You're too complicated for yourself. Because this is how you're to withstand. Help me in my mission to bring my people back into the constitutional fold of government. And then you got people out here violating Act 3, talking about Prophet Noble Drew Ali kicked Charles Mosley Bay out of the temple. Stop listening to those types of people. We are love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. So anybody that claim they're Moorish American, however, they're always speaking in an untoward, unloving, and violating Act 3 kind of fashion. Stop listening to those people. You can make an election on the spot and elect to not listen to them. That's how you push those old Moors to the back. And what makes them old is not their quote unquote time outside of the womb, termed age. What makes them old is the fact that they are not keeping things refreshed and new when it comes to Prophet Noble Drew Ali's mission. Charles Mosley Bay, in my eyes, according to my studies thus far, is extending the learning. I yield, bro.
Comprise the Constitution of the living Moorish nation of North America, referred to as quote unquote Negroes, who ruled the world in the 7 seas by the 12 signs of the Zodiac and the science of geometry for 1196 years to the Amazon Dutch German Catholic priesthood fathers of the Revolution of 1789 and the Sisterhood Magna Charta, Emancipation Proclamation, Union Society of White Supremacy in 1863, North America.
So people are referred to as Negroes. So you're not Negroes, you're not Black, you're not colored, you're not African American, you're none of these names that delude to slavery. Slavery was over in 1863. And you're still referring to yourself as slave names, Negro, Black, colored. The new slave term is African American. And then you'll probably want to get upset with what I'm saying because you're emotionally attached to slave names. When Negro is dealing with things that are dead. Black, according to science, means death. Black etymologically denotes pale, P-A-L-E. So the pale skins should be the only ones talking about Black Lives Matter. However, how can something dead have lives? Black, according to science, means death. That's according to jurisprudence, the science which treats of positive law. Etymologically, Black is pale. But yo, that etymology say more than just pale, brother. Just look. When you boil down, when you get it all the way to its root, it's still pale. P-A-L-E. And anthropologically speaking, biologically speaking, Black is a chimpanzee. So pale, dead monkeys' lives matter? And again, I'm not being mean. I'm just not emotionally attached to words that delude to slavery and animal husbandry. Is it because I speak this way, you don't support Seven Hill Star like you really could?
Oh, come on, brother, son, man. You know, we used to be slaves and stuff, man. You know, my grandma called herself Black. My uncle called himself Black. So it's only right I call myself Black, man. I ain't really hearing that. We ruled the world and all that. You know, I'm still in the mindset. We came over here on slave ships, Mo. The prophet ain't bringing the sun, the stars, and the moon, Mo. Like, come on, like, stop it. It says we ruled the world. You know, it's like, oh, they freed the slaves, Emancipation Proclamation. It's like, do y'all want to, abort ship of like, yo, that our stuff comprises what they have?
There would be no Magna Carta without the Zodiac Constitution. However, I won't ruin it. Brother Sean's about to read that to you.
Y'all didn't hear my song that I, dropped? Couldn't have been found there, So right, so the 12 jurymen pertaining to the 50 Union State Society and also the 9 judges of the Supreme Court were founded. Didn't say it could have been founded, might have been founded, were founded upon the Moorish nation's 12 signs of the Zodiac Constitution and mathematics scaling from 0 to 9. Thus, without our Moorish Constitution, the Magna Charta, Emancipation Proclamation, Union Society of the myth of white supremacy definitely could have been founded in 1863.
Yeah, it could not have been founded, right? At all. I know. But brother, it says it could have been found in 18. It's a typographical error. You gotta check the different, because there's different so-called, presentations of this. And I guess when this one was retyped, the typographical errors must have been looked over. However, if you pay attention to the spirit pertaining to what's being written here, without the Moorish Constitution, the Magna Carta, Emancipation Proclamation, Union Society of the myth of white supremacy definitely could not have been founded in 1863, which means you wouldn't even have your Ku Klux Klan if it wasn't for Moorish Americans. Because our Albion sons and daughters needed something that was strong in its foundation to build its BS on top of. Not knocking our Albion sons and daughters. I'm just pointing out that there are Albion sons and daughters, period. That's it. That's all. That's it. They have no power. None.
No Eastern
power
Stars.
What'd you say?
I said no Eastern Stars, or whatever else group they had. They wouldn't have had it. And what's the best way to make someone without power or anything feel powerful? To throw shade or throw an avalanche of lies on those who actually gave them what they got. And once again, we're not being hateful. It's just that there's been lies in the education system, and it's termed history of who really did what. Without a Moorish constitution, there wouldn't have been, like as it said, no Magna Charta, Emancipation Proclamation, Articles of Association, or any of those other things without us. There's been a disrespect. Y'all should be more mad at the disrespect towards y'all culture rather than waiting for your European gods, quote unquote, your European call-upons to tell you the truth, because they took an oath not to tell you this truth. And yeah, we know it's not cool to actually want to be the truth and to be yourselves and to honor your ancient foremothers and forefathers and where we all came from and the gist of it. We know it's not cool, but we don't care, because wanting to be cool is not bringing us together as a community. It's not fixing neighborhoods. It's not uplifting the energy of Earth, Midgard, or any of that. It's not saving the babies. It's just beings doing the same thing over and over, thinking something's going to change, and it's not going to happen until more beings decide to take themselves and their own history and knowledge serious, without waiting for everybody else to say it's cool and then want to bandwagon it. No, it don't work like that. And beings across the globe know what's up here. It's just that the own beings here that don't know their own stuff, who will go everywhere else to learn things and spend their finance with everyone else and beg for, do all these different things that is not helping us. It might be very Neptunian how it looks, but in reality, it's not. So one have to ask yourself, why am I scared of my own Moorish culture? Right? We talk about, the federal constitution. Where did it come from? The Europeans didn't make it. It was in harmony and tangent with our foremothers and forefathers and what we brought. But folks, want to leave these things out, not knocking the Albions, it's all love, but the truth has to be stated. And we are firm and we'll stand on that. And we'll continue to stand on that, regardless of it's cool or it brings this and that. It's like, no, we're here to enforce what Prophet Noble Jarlee brought and uplift fallen humanity. And a lot of folks are just sick in the head, honestly. They, are tied to something that they're comfortable with. They're comfortable with slavery and slave terms. And when anything's presented, they get emotional because it's like, hey, don't stop me from putting this fork into the socket where I know I can let you kill myself. Don't do that to me. And it's like, what are folks really scared of? Why? Because it's been made to not be cool, because it's not thugging, it's not drugging, it's not drinking, doing all these things that's publicized, that it's made popular. Like, go read what chapter was that? Oh man, the whole time, what was we at, like 38, 39, where it's like the things that should be shunned are popular. Like, come on, like, are y'all really reading y'all Quran,
Yeah.
whatever you want to call it? Are y'all reading this knowledge and history, or y'all just want to fantasize about it and make you feel good, but come on, y'all, like, what's really happening? Are we really using our tools? Are we really becoming aware to better ourselves? Or are we just waiting for those who are occupying our land and time to be like, hey man, all right, I guess it's been a long enough time, we've been oppressing them for a minute. I guess we could, decide to ease up. Like, come on, y'all, be real. Like, really be real with yourself. Like, look in that mirror and actually think. Think about what you see on social media or what you see on TV and you hear in the music. Is that really uplifting, or is that just some dogmatic keep you down? But it makes you, it might make you feel good to feel some kind of way. Like, are we really about this or not? I know I am. I know my brothers at 7 Hill Star are. And shout out to those who are studying, doing what they do on a daily. Continue to uplift their minds and, change this energy and be against all those things that delude to slavery. Even around beings that are comfortable with slavery terms. And they can be made aware, hey man, you call yourself slavery terms. They don't care. That's what they're used to. The babies will get it because they're not so far in, they're like that movie. They're not in too deep, so they can actually see and think for themselves and, have that encouragement to not let themselves be shunned by others who want to project their own thoughts, feelings, and emotions because they're comfortable with slavery. Not you, bro.
Islam, I was looking for that portion. You said 39. I wanted to just be sure. I think I'm back.
It might not be. I was just taking, I know.
Oh, no, it's all
like
good.
I said, it was a couple cycles ago, but yeah, it's like, what are we really doing, man? Like, I'm telling you, every time I just observe, like your song this year, it's like, what are we really doing this year?
What are we really doing this year? Like, seriously, man. I'm trying to see which one it is. It basically speaks on, people are cheering on the murderer, but shunning those that bring life to the planet. You'll shun someone who helps to bring a lot of life to the planet, but but the murderer, you're gonna be like, you know what? It's misery, bro. It's so misery.
Misery.
It's gotta be
Indeed.
misery. Yeah. So let's see if we can find it. Number 5. He who begets a man, right? So he who helps bring life to the planet hides his face, because you got people out here trying to use what is it called? Foster parents departments, which are called Child Protective Services, to try to make people feel ashamed, right? Or they'll try to use child support, which is also, you shouldn't be dealing with that unless you're a foster parent. So number 5, he who begets a man hides his face, but he who kills 1,000 is honored, right? So misery is basically what Brother Sean was really going in on quoting just now. You know what I mean? People are basically bigging up the things that shouldn't be and then putting down the things that should be actually exalted and uplifted and praised. You know what I'm saying? So that's what Brother Sean was really speaking about, right? Misery. So that's why, we do our best, 7 Hill Star, we do our best to bring ye misery not, even though there was times we had to defend ourselves because, and we really don't have to do it, because we actually know we're doing the right thing. It's just that when, you really find out or see that some people out here have a title as Grand Sheik, but they're really the furthest thing from it, actually, because they have not solved the sums of being hurt by someone actually by checking them like a brother, like, hey, bro, you sure that this ain't, this and that. So they haven't really solved that sum, you know what I'm saying? And really being solid and firm in their foundation. So they're still allowing, and they could be in their late 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. Some of them just have not solved the sum of not throwing a grown temper tantrum when actually challenged, honestly. You know what I'm saying? or they got another agenda and they're really some type of agent. And, when you get too close to exposing them, then they have to have, temper tantrums online, I guess. But that's not what we're about. You know what I mean? I don't even care to really speak on it too long. However, we know when it comes Sunday, guys, we're going in on chapter 30, Holy Instructions from the Prophet to Social Duties. So, we're going to knock out those 7 minutes that are there, right? Degree 30 with 7 minutes, or as you say, chapter 30 with 7 verses, right? So again, what we went over today pertaining to the Zodiac Constitution is Article 1. So we're going to come back and do Article 2 next Friday. However, you guys want to read ahead of time, remember, this is in Prophet Noble Drew Ali University, guys. So you can go and read ahead, right? And that's Article 1 there. So be clear, these beings doing anything on the planet, they couldn't do it without our Zodiac Constitution. So what's the foundation of all so-called constitutions or articles of confederation and all these? It's the Zodiac. Without the 12 signs of the Zodiac, the code of mathematics from 0 to 9, and the science of geometry, there would be nothing happening on this planet as far as quote unquote commerce at all. So actually, these beings that are in these so-called departments or these department heads, the only thing they're supposed to do with sincere, true, and faithful Moorish Americans is ask, would you like some more, sir? Would you like me to pour you some more tea? You need any more access to your ancestral estate? It's unlimited to you. That's how it really should be. So that lets you know that when they violate, and we're going to read that, when they violate Moors that are in alignment with their Moorish Zodiac Constitution, even Moors that are just learning, it doesn't matter. You get a hold of knowing about your nationality and birthrights, you should be exercising your best to make sure you comprehend how to have the conditions where ye are withstanding and working, mastering the workings pertaining to nature by getting to know better the 12 signs of the Zodiac, the code of mathematics scaling from 0 to 9, and the science pertaining to earth measuring, earth, metry, measure, geometry, period. Stop being intimidated. Stop being jealous. Stop being envious. I and my brothers are not here for people to be like, oh, they think they. Stop it. And stop putting yourselves in the company of those that all they do is speak radical and agitating speeches. Stay away from them. People, they've been in the movement for however, doesn't matter. Oh, you see, cuz Mo, when we was in the jail, Mo, we would leave them alone. And I'm not violating Act 3. We are love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. And when those principles, when we are violated, we must take course. Justice must then take its course. Period, man. So do justice to yourself and stop giving your energy to those types of beings. All right, that's it. That's all. Let's see who had joined us. So at one point in time, it was 13, it's 12. You guys still in here? Mary Bagnashi kicked off the first one. She says, I will join and take classes when I have resources. I have limited income, but open and eager to learn all I can. Thank you for all you do. Indeed, Mary. Mary's one of our Albion daughters from Lawful Living, from the Lawful Living community, right? She shares openly when she's there about how she worked for HUD for about 20 years, and then going over the stuff that we're going over in Lawful Living and about HUD and things like, should nobody be getting evicted without there already being an administrative determination by those that are heading HUD? Period. So then you have these Title V United States Code employees abrogating the process to even get an administrative determination first from HUD by putting people out of their homes when it is illegal and unlawful to make people homeless. So, oh, somebody ain't paid their rent, they got evicted. That is war. Do not look at it in any other way. And if you don't comprehend what I'm saying now, study so you can know. However, Mary's a part of Lawful Living. Mary used to work for HUD. Mary, I tell you now, she's having problems with people near the Connecticut State Republic and Ohio State Republics because of who she used to be and where she's at now and how tough it is. Because she's correcting her position by getting these people to correct themselves by not backing down as best as she can, by doing things through these courts as best as she can. Slim Herbin gives the thumbs up, right? Well, actually gives like the hanging 10 mudras there, indeed, right? Some would call it the A5A mudras, but I don't think he's A5Aing it there. He also says, Islam noble, happy holy Venus degree indeed to you also, my brother Slim. Our brother Al Nor Latif L, Halo City Young, right? Says Islam Moors, happy Venus degree, supreme love, honors to the Prophet, Noble Drew Ali. Indeed, bro. And he also says Charles Mosley Bay extended, which all the other ones did not do with what the Prophet brought, right? Exactly. Completely. I'm pretty sure that was what I was meant to say. I know Mercury slowing down is soon to be retrograde. We're looking past any type of graphical errors that even the phones could have, oh, this is what he meant. If he only spoke into his phone, but let it go, telephone, autocorrect, right? Slim Herbin says, basically, yeah, that's knowledge. I'm pretty sure those stacks of books 100 and going strong. And he's laughing too at what we were going over there. I think when Brother Sean was basically talking about, when people like my grandmama, she called herself black, and that's all we know. It's just because what I wanted to say in that moment, and I held back then, but I'm not holding back now. It's like, oh, so being an idiot is hereditary. Got you. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, we just got to go. People are talking about they're not a follower, but then as soon as you come questioning their integrity, they're going to go and throw their grandmothers and grandfathers and other beings before them under the bus, instead of just being like, hold on, okay, that's the knowledge now. Well, let me correct my position so that the babies that come after me won't be like, well, my father and my grandfather, they called themselves something stupid. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man, let's just keep it a band. All right. That's how we're supposed to be. Brother Seven says Islam. Brother Seven Judah Bilal Bay says Islam. Islam on YouTube more. Brother Derek Blash Bay says, if we can get you to think for yourselves, yes, indeed. He says, ooh, wee. Mary says, oh, thank you, indeed, Mary, indeed. Brother C. Thomas shows his gratitude, indeed. And the Mother Open 642 says, greetings to you also. Are there any questions, comments, and or suggestions, guys? Seriously, I guess before we go, we can look at a little astrology before we go. Let's see what is actually cooking as we're speaking in the moment, right? I guess I can bring this up. Let me do this here. And I think I have an astro clock going. All right. So from here near the Baltimore Corporation, Maryland State Republic for the 18th August, 2023, right? Is what we're looking at there. For the 15, it's about 1,500 hours, 37 minutes, but you guys can see it's counting, right? You guys see my cursor, so it's actually moving right now. 15 degrees Sagittarius, so that means we're definitely communicating higher learning here, right, Brother Sean?
Correct.
And Jupiter's ruling that. What you say about Jupiter? Lucky Astro Cookie. What is, bro? Do you see that for Jupiter, bro? I'll bring it right there to you. Bam. Lucky. That is amazing. So, what do you say about Jupiter, bro? Ruling that ascendant there.
Yeah, and it's in its own terms too.
Right? According to the Egyptian dignities. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we just bring in we're expanding the values because beings have, not really been able to grasp those things. And let's see, 14. Yeah, we're expanding the values and we're, self-expressing those things creatively. And with the ascendant, it'll be able to change not only your how you view yourself or maybe your attitude, but also how you think and communicate. So we're bringing expansion to the values pertaining to everyone's self-identity and how they communicate, and also that they can take that knowledge and furthermore spread the beauty within themselves, really see that and have an inner transformation so that they can really love themselves, so they can get into love their community and, start getting rid of the hate that's in their hearts and, and their mindsets as well. Because, there's been a lot of value. So we're showing that how one can become their own priest, right? If y'all, read the Red Book or can't remember sure where it is, but it's like the priesthood doesn't need reform to be reformed. It needs funeral chants and graves. And so expanding to become one's own priest and seeing that value, of being yourself rather than diluting to terms of slavery that is not being oneself. So really look at it. Look at one life when they were going by, because we were Black or African American, we used to know those are terms, but look at when before the prophet found you, before one founded by the nationality and birthrights, and then look at it now and really see the value of that. Not you, bro.
Yeah, Islam, and I stand corrected, guys. I know I said under an hour and a half when we got started about court strategy class, starting with lawful living. I think it was under 2.5 hours, because that will be, if I'm not mistaken, 5 Eastern, right? 4 Central, 2 Pacific. All right, just to remind you guys. So even we're looking at that, even now with just thinking about, maybe in our travels and traveling away from home, just really allowing ourselves to maybe indulge a little in some of the finer things in our self-expression. Maybe there's some ways we can, better, expressing ourselves, right? And really just refining it. And in doing that refining of our self-expression, we can, really find the beauty that is central, right? From, that is centered within ourselves, right? And really being able to just, see how that we can take this energy that we are even going over today. How can we take the Zodiac Constitution and join those energies together and finding that central value, right? And being able to make sure in doing that we can better secure ourselves with the details, with the minute things pertaining to the things that we're learning in our travels. Another way of long distance traveling from home would also be, taking a journey in your mind to contemplate things within yourself that may not be something that you're used to going over. However, be not afraid to go over those things, right? Very interesting. So quite a few trines going on here, man. Moon is trying Jupiter. Mercury's trining Jupiter, bro. Mars is trying. I mean, look at that. Remember I said that earlier, but that post that I sent, when Moon, Mercury, and Mars are trining Uranus.
Mhm.
Like, yo, but that dude cutting his hair, he's like, I'm gonna cut my hair so he can put a wavy beard. He glued a wavy beard to his face. I'm like, yo, that is so Moon, Mercury, and Mars trining Uranus, bro. Like, that is hilarious. While the Sun and Venus are squaring that. So just to kind of see that, it's just very interesting. But the conditions of Jupiter overall, for Jupiter be under the influence by square under the Sun, trine by Moon, Mercury, trine by Mercury, and square by Venus, is really letting you know the way that we'll be able to allow ourselves to further indulge and grasp the extended learning, alrighty, is really just allowing ourselves to, stimulate being secure in what's being communicated and changing our thoughts so we can better, estimate ourselves within much better and get over that challenge and obstacle of having a low self-esteem about that which was presented today, right? So, to any astrologers out there, we're open to come on your platforms and present. We're open for correction also, right? However, the show, it's funny that Venus is ex conditione, right? Because it's a nighttime planet. It's in a daytime chart. It's in a diurnal chart, diurnally placed, which means it's on the same side as the moon, and it's in a diurnal sign, right? However, in highs, who is really enjoying it, right? In highs is the sun, right? Sun's a diurnal planet in the diurnal chart, diurnally placed because it's above the horizon, and it's in a diurnal sign. It's in Leo, right along with, Venus. So Venus is out of condition, and, the sun is just like enjoying everything, right? The sun has a score of 8 according to the Egyptian accidental dignities. However, that Mercury is chilling. Right? Mercury is chilling hard. All righty. That's interesting because Mercury then would be ruling what? The whole sign 10th house, right? Even though it's the Placidus 9th, right? So Mercury is definitely bringing that energy there as well as to the descendant, right? So look, man, Leo and Aries, right? As far as those cusps are concerned, right? So, hey guys, I feel that there's some easy flow with what we reviewed today. Questions, comments, and/or suggestions going twice. I mean, this is the portion where I and Brother Sean say, "Be yourselves and
donate."
Donate. All right.
Oh yeah.
So now I'm about to check the description.
Yeah, to the people, I know I said it. What was that? Wednesday. In honor of my solar return. It's going to be all over the website, but this is just verbally stating for my 32nd solar return, my readings will be 32% off on the website. So those adjustments and changes will be made probably sometime today or tomorrow. We got, class with Malika, and we got Brother Taj tonight. So roughly sometime today or tomorrow, it will reflect on the website, but verbally stating, and you have until September 6th at 00 hours. Or as some would say, 12 anti-meridian, 12 a.m. for 32% off. So, yeah, after this, it probably won't happen again till the next solar return. So, 32% off. So get the Reiki joins, the mental magician reports. Yeah, so the prices will be reflected. But yeah. So the solar return, so it's a good opportunity to get your hands on some of these things or your sessions. Also to look out, for your brother, man, for my upcoming solar return, right? So we'll be looking for that, and yeah, that's it for me, bro.
Mention promo code Braveheart and get 32% off. You get 32 units off of every 100. You can't beat that, guys, at all. So yeah, in lieu of and in celestial vibration, which is where you get the word celebration, for the celestial vibration pertaining to Brother Sean's solar return, right? Celebrating 32 sun cycles out of the womb. Guys, make sure you get your hands on whatever it is that Brother Sean has there. I know, like he said, he's going to be doing some, him and I are going to be 9 times out of 10 be doing some editing to the websites. Like I said, guys, make sure that we correct that for the literature. So you can get that literature for 30 minutes until it's changed. Once it's changed.
Now you better hurry up and get that for your little ones. However, get it for yourself.
Straight up, right? With that being said, guys, we appreciate you all that has joined us, right? And Brother C. Thomas says, brave heart, right? So with that being said, guys, see you in Malika's class in about an hour and 12 minutes for the court strategy class, and then see you guys this evening for Brother Taj's class with Dr. G. All righty, at House of Real Wicked Mind YouTube channel. And we love you guys. All righty, much more coming, guys. So support us, because we're not robbing people and running guns up 95 and things. Okay, let me stop. We're not selling drugs and robbing old ladies. Okay, I'm just saying. I mean, you should support that, right? Anyway, guys, no more questions, comments, and/or suggestions. This is where we say, Brother Slim Herbert says, happy solar return, bro. Right? Brother Slim is giving you the early solar return love, bro.
Gratitude.
All righty. Look at the puppy. All righty, guys. This is where we say we love you all. And like we said, join us for if you're a part of, what is that? PMAP. You're part of PMAP, private ministerial action process, a part of lawful living. I will see you guys in about an hour and 11 minutes. All righty. And when you guys rest and recharge well. This is where we say to y'all, namaste, namaste, namaste. Islam, 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 y'all. Peace and love.
We doing invocation now.
Oh, hold on. Oh, you know what?
Oh,
forgive me. Right? Oh, forgive me. I do have to do the invocation out, right? Forgive me. I was in a flow there. Let's do that. Forgives. Let's do our invocation out, guys.
Girl, say hey. Say hey, everybody.
Extend 5. Gonna extend all 5 fingers on the left hand, just the index in the middle on the right. Maybe you can do that with your paws, Buffy. Stand on the 5, guys, and repeat after me out of loud of any heart. Islam. Allah, the Father of the universe.
Allah, the Father of the universe.
Father of love.
Father of love.
Truth. Peace. Freedom. And justice. Allah is my protector. My guide. And my salvation. By night. And by day. Through Holy Prophet. Noble Drew Ali. Amen. All righty, Aphrodites. This is how we do it, right? And yeah, I was really in the flow there, man. Thank you for reminding me. All righty, as we ended as we started out, right? Got that going. This is where we say to y'all, namaste, 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 y'all. Islam, Islam, Islam. Peace and love.